Oh, this is a message to Andrew Holiness. I saw an article where Donald Trump is saying that Jamaicans should get rid of the Chinese. Always remember this. America do not like to see another country strive unless they are the one who are helping. Okay. You see how Haiti need help right now? You see America even looking at Haiti? No, they don't give a fuck about Haiti. You see how Jamaica is developing right now? Jamaica look 10 times better than a lot of place in America, a lot of state. Jamaica looks so different. Jamaica, the land of food and water. You know how long we Jamaicans are asked the British, the English people them to fix the road from Montego Bay to Kingston? Them say it impossible for build. You know how long we are asked the American to fix the road from Montego Bay to Kingston? Them say it impossible. We ask many other countries and them say it impossible. But the Chinese them do it in a one day. When me say one day, I don't mean one day. But the Chinese them never say it impossible. You see, because them see how the Chinese them are develop a country. Even me myself got Jamaica and last. I couldn't find my way from Spanish Town to Kingston. The amount of road. The road them big and pretty highway. Yo! And the Chinese them we want in our country. We no mash up our country enough. We no put we under enough sufferation. And we now go back where we are come from. We are go full speed ahead. And the Chinese them we want in our country. Cheap and clean. We now sell one pocketbook for $6 to $100. And the Chinese them are sell it for $20. We now sell we a pound of oxtail in America for $15. And if you go to Jamaica, you get it for $700. That is like $5. The Chinese them, we love them in a Jamaica. And them a develop a country. And them make Jamaica look better than America right now. We now sell out the Chinese them. The Chinese them never do we nothing yet. The only thing the Chinese them do for we are good. Give we good road. We used to take 4 to 5 hours to go to Montego Bay. Now we can do it in a 2 hour. We love the Chinese them and we now give them away. America no like say nothing good for no country. So Donald Trump, me love you and everything, but leave the Chinese them alone in our country. That's our business. We Jamaican business, not your business. Leave them alone. Make them survive.
My viewers and my subscribers, something very serious about to happen to Jamaica. Something very serious about to go down inside of Jamaica, yeah. Now people, Donald Trump tell Andrew Holiness say, listen, get rid of all of the Chinese them from out of Jamaica. Take back the wharf from the Chinese them. Run them out of Jamaica. Run them out of your country. Remember, Donald Trump said anybody that are against the dollars are an enemy of him and the United States. So, at this moment, people, Donald Trump, I tell Andrew Holiness, say, get rid of all of the Chinese them from out of your country, or else it's gonna be bitter for you down there. It is gonna be war. So people, wanna think should happen. You think Andrew Holiness should pack up the Chinese them and run them out. But then again, people, he cannot do that because guess what? Jamaica or China over $90 billion people. So which part them are going to get that money to give back China to run them out of the country? You have to just say Jamaica belongs to China. You have to just say people Jamaica belongs to the Chinese them, because at the end of the day, people, our leaders sold us out. So all of these Chinese people, so what am I going to do?
The Chinese pretty much own Jamaica. I mean, the Jamaican government is giving them concessions, land concessions. They're building hotels, beach resorts. They're building 2 schools for the Japanese, for the Jamaicans. And what the Jamaicans have to give them in turn is the right to certain lands, the right to certain waterways. And if it doesn't stop, Jamaica, ironically, the land of Marcus Garvey and Bob Marley, will be the first Chinese colony in the Caribbean.
Wow.
It's getting bad. And you know why it's happening? Because the black bourgeoisie leadership in both Africa and the Caribbean, they don't have to live with the consequences of the economic decisions they make. So if I'm the president of Jamaica, okay, and China says, listen, we're going to give you $1 million in retirement. We're going to build you a retirement home, but we want this, this, and this. And you can loan as much money as you want. You can borrow as much money from the Bank of China as you want. I'm going to be set by the time I leave office. But what about my nation? Jamaica will be struggling for the next 50 and 75 years because of bad economic decisions from selfish leaders today. And that's the problem in Africa, and it's the problem in the Caribbean island.
People, I want you to tell me down below in the comment section. What do you think? Do you think Jamaica should run away the Chinese? Or do you think Jamaica should stick with the Chinese and make them go and develop a country? Let me know down below in the comment section. Bless up to my viewers and my subscribers. I hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful morning. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every and any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So watch the video until the end. Remember, leave a like on this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. We're so forward. So welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now, remember to leave a like on this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're a new viewers, first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell, so whenever we drop new content, you will be first to be notified. Share the content with a friend, a family, a loved one. Share it on your social media platform. And people, remember, we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, now is the right time for you to do so. Subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. All right? So now, people, on the most I wonder, say, then why royalty I miss so much days of reporting? Now, the reason why I miss so much days is because all of my equipment, them kind of mash up, people. So, them a give me a very, very warm time. I have to continually go back, go fix them over and over and over again. And people, it is just depressing, people. So I just try to get in some new stuff at this moment, people. So that is the problem. So anybody that are interested, so help me get back some new equipment so I can set up back my little studio and something. You understand what I say? Then you can reach out to me on Instagram at Dancehall Royalty Review TV, or I will pin a WhatsApp number inside of the comment section and also in the description of this video, so you can reach out to me and make a donation if you want to, so we can get back some new equipment. You understand me? I say, people? Yeah, so that are the problem. But now, people, here we go on now. As me always come and tell you, people, say the Jamaican economy a decline. Jamaica are heading into a recession at this moment. The Jamaican economy crash, people. You understand? And they're trying to hide it from you all. And when they talk about these things, they're saying that you are trying to bring down the country. You are trying to bring down the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister and all of that. But people, may have a video right here that I am about to play for you guys right now, where Colin Bell are speaking about the economy and all, people. So I want to take a listen, take a look right now as we play this video.
People are saying that we are speaking doom and gloom over the country. And it is
Which means
not.
which means that Mr. Biles and Mr. Wayne and will be saying, Dr. Wayne and will be speaking doom and gloom too, because they are the ones who are putting out the figures.
So you are saying Mr. Biles, the head of the Bank of Jamaica, is saying that Jamaica is crashing, or Jamaica crash. Which one?
Going to decline by 1.5% by the end of this fiscal year. Mr. Wayne and Dr. Wayne and the planning team said the same thing.
So this now is going contrary to what the GLP had promised, 5% growth in 4 years.
When they take over, the economy was so good that them say after 5 years, after 4 years, they grow by 5% every year after that.
And
That was Mr. Nigel Clark, Mr. Michael Leachin, and the Prime Minister. The picture is still there so people can go and research the picture.
so they said that after 4 years, they'll
grow by 5% every year after that.
What has the growth rate been after that speech, Ralston? Can you break it down for
We are
us?
now down to 0.1% after 8 years.
So at what stage did we reach that 5%?
5%.
Yeah, then man, no said them all growth 5%. At what stage
Yes,
did we get there?
I'm just telling you, we're now at 0.1 after 8
Hold on,
years.
man. Hold on. So we didn't get to 5% at no time. That's what you're saying?
Never, ever.
Did we get to 4%?
No.
Did we get to 3%?
No. The last time we get to 3% was on the Omar days, who them cost every day.
Did we get to 2%?
No.
Did we get to
1 and
1.9?
1.5 and 0.6 and them kind of things.
So we never got to 2% out of the promised 5?
No, Nigel Clark's
Ralston,
growth,
man, you must be a crazy man. Nothing can
Nigel
go so.
Clark's growth record was extremely poor. What he did was to try to confuse recovery
So hold on,
with economic growth.
Ralston. Me have to stop you, man. So on what data is Dr. Clark even a good finance minister? On what data? Find
Well,
some data make him good for me,
Well,
Ralston.
in my
Please.
opinion, he was a massive and monumental socio-economic disaster. Because even when you look at the debt to 70%, as I told you before, the big one was Petrocarib, which brought us down to 120, and then what they did after that was to cancel the Bank of Jamaica debt
So
to bring it down to about 80.
hold on there. So you are saying even the debt to GDP that went down, you're not giving that to Nigel Clark?
No.
So as the election wind down and I come very close, and everybody is about the hype and the mix-up, I just want the Jamaican people to remember one thing. The country doom. The country are heading down the wrong direction. And guess what? The people of Jamaica I go feel it. I think I feel nothing yet. I think I feel nothing yet. The effect no start back on yet. So the people of Jamaica we get up with the hype and the green clocks and this and that every day. And I sing one bro devil. I want to remember one thing. If Nigel Clark could not manage the economy, how can Flavor Williams, we're not really active, manage the economy? That is the question where everybody need to ask the Jamaican government and ask themselves as well. People, we forget say this is a serious matter. When your economy crash, you're gone straight to recession, You can't even buy food again. Remember in the yard, they can't buy food now, Only see your things expensive as it at this given moment. And now that Trump are threatening Jamaica with the Chinese, things only are going to get worse. You understand me? I say, so people, we need to be smart, be wise, and open up our eyes. Now, let we take a flashback on Mark Golding budget presentation.
Was it just me, or did a big chunk of Mark Golding's budget speech in Jamaica sound like a PNP manifesto? Elections are definitely in the air. Here are highlights of the opposition leader's plans for education, crime, and the economy. I'm Kalila Reynolds, founder of Money Media. We make business and finance easy to understand. Now, Jamaica's general elections are constitutionally due by December 2025, so the government can call it anytime between now and then. And it was especially obvious this year that both party leaders were using their budget presentations to lay out their plans for the country. Now, I've already told you about the Prime Minister's speech, so here are some highlights from Golding. Number one, education. According to the opposition leader, developing human capital would be at the forefront of the PNP's term in government.
The next PNP government is committed to implementing measures to ensure that Jamaica's human capital has the capacities and skills to participate competitively in a high value-added economic environment.
Golding said the PNP's approach to education would include investing in teachers, infrastructure, technology, and support for parents. He plans to prioritize early childhood and primary schools by raising standards and eliminating literacy and numeracy gaps. He also wants to give teachers a break on their student loans, motor vehicle concessions, better access to NHT loans, and priority for NHT houses. Number two, crime. Of course, one of the biggest issues any Jamaican government will face is dealing with crime. Well, Golding said they would revitalize the Peace Management Initiative and train violence interrupters to help lead the change. Now, this one has stirred up some controversy. The Peace Management Initiative started in 2004. Its job was to ensure peace and stability, particularly in Western Jamaica, by detecting and managing potentially explosive criminal or violent situations and diffusing conflict. Now, there's some confusion about the term violence interrupters and who they are. In his response to Golding's presentation, the Prime Minister said,
I'm not closing the door on something like the Peace Management Initiative. I think it needs to be properly restructured, properly thought out. It has a place, and we will go back to the drawing board and see how we can bring it in. What we don't want is any legitimization of gang leaders to believe that they can pretend to be peacemakers.
But social justice advocate Horace Levy told RJR News that
the Prime Minister is mistaken in thinking that violence interrupters were criminals. They were not. Violence interrupters that we use in the Peace Management Initiative were never former criminals. They were upstanding people in the community, well known, well respected. So it's just not the case that violence interrupters were ex-criminals, or that the PMI used ex-criminals or former criminals to be interrupters of violence. That was never the case.
So first things first, we need some clarification as to who these violence interrupters are and the exact role they would play. Now, number three is the PNP's plan for the economy. Golding mentioned a couple of times that
that's why we must transition Jamaica from a low-wage, low-tech, low-growth economy.
And for the PNP, that starts with strengthening food security. That's where SMART comes in. SMART stands for Sustainable Management of Agriculture through Research and Technology. According to Golding, this would introduce climate-smart farming to boost productivity and expand and repair farm roads. They'd also partner with UWI and other technical institutions to do research. The opposition leader said his government would also focus on emerging industries like artificial intelligence and the cultural and creative industries to maximize Jamaica's earning potential. AI is booming right now, and the AI revolution is here to stay. So investing in AI and AI training doesn't sound like a bad idea. And Jamaica's culture and creative industries are truly untapped, so the potential there is huge.
Now, people, there's a lot of fire burning on Dr. Dayton Campbell right now regarding to a statement that he made about increasing tax. Now, a lot of people are beating Dayton Campbell real bad. Them a backlash him real bad people because them a say, well, them no believe in this new tax business, but Dayton can actually break it down so everybody can have a better understanding of what he's talking about. Now, before me play the audio with Dayton Campbell, I want to say this to each and every one out there. The Jamaican Labour Party take off GCT off of imported raw food. And I don't hear nobody at all make no complaint over that. The Jamaican Labour Party stifle our local farmers. Our local farmers, them stifle them when them take off the GCT off of imported raw food. Farmers can't even sell them goods anymore, all because of the Jamaican Labour Party. So, me never hear nobody make no noise over that. And we need to make a lot of noise over that, people. Because this party only look out for the rich people only. But people, check out what Dayton Campbell said.
No, I intend to speak truth. It was said clumsily, and it would naturally lead to that interpretation based on how it was said. But just to give some context, so, people can make up their minds as to what they believe. This is not the first time I'm making the suggestion, and I've always made the suggestion in the context of assisting local farmers and understanding what the realities are currently. And the General Secretary of the party as well. Cost of living is obviously one of the main planks of our campaign that we're campaigning on, that we need to do something. And we've been speaking about cushioning the crisis for a while. So clearly, understanding that we will not be proposing something that would add to it. But I can understand that based on how it was said, it would naturally lead to that interpretation. But if you look at what currently obtains, there's a common external tariff on quite a few items. There's a 40% tariff on Irish potatoes, 40% on onions, and onions also has an additional stamp duty of 35%. For chicken, there's a protection of 260% as we try to protect our local farmers. So the idea, the bigger point that I was trying to make, I get that people would get that interpretation from it, but I want to assure them that there is actually no plan to introduce a new tax, because there's already sufficient taxation that is there, that a percentage from those can go into the dedicated fund, which is vitally needed, in my opinion, in order to modernize agriculture. So we have persons who are engaged in planting cash crops, and one of the greatest engines to that is land preparation. So we need a fund that is able to be responsive, we can assist people with preparing their land, with plowing, with furrows, rows, so that they can do their thing. Also with planting. You have machines that can do planting, because you're not able to attract the same level of labor that you were able to attract 20 years ago. People are just not willing to work in agriculture at the same extent. Harvesters to harvest the things, drones that will spray, as opposed to getting individuals with the spray pans on their backs and going around doing it. There's a need to adapt to newer technologies, or vegetable lines as well, that we can use hydroponics to grow more of those. So that's why there is need to have this fund. Also, the country is always at risk of some adverse weather event, which will put us in a position that we need to respond speedily as to replant and get back things going. If you have to wait on a warrant at times from the Ministry of Finance, it takes a little bit too long, and you may miss the ideal time to do the planting. So by having the fund in place, you will be able to use it to build out the agricultural product in a better way. So the idea really is to get import substitution by focusing on some of those issues that we can produce locally. And I mentioned further in the presentation, Irish and onion, that we want in 2 years' time to be self-sufficient in those, meaning we are producing enough so we don't have to import any. And I also wanted to address the vegetable lines using the more modern technology in terms of the hydroponics and those things. And then to focus on some more export driven production in the areas where we have a competitive advantage, like our spices, ginger, turmeric, pimento, nutmeg, and those things that we have this great demand on the world stage. So I am at fault for how it was said. I think I'm a little bit more eloquent than that, and I could have communicated my point better. But I want persons to understand what the focus is, that we think that agriculture needs to play a significant role. There are 250,000 registered farmers, and we can't allow imports to kill their business. Imports
Question.
more persons in it.
If you cannot, as the opposition spokesman, communicate policy in a way that is clear and does not lead to this kind of controversy, why should the Jamaican people trust that you've thought these plans through?
I can communicate them as I am doing right here.
No, but when you were originally communicating it, you made a mess of it. You made a mess of it. You use words that convey something completely different and cause 24 hours of controversy for your party. And I'm asking you, why should the Jamaican people trust that you have these things thought out, that if on a political platform you couldn't communicate it clearly?
Well, the Jamaican people can trust that I have never come to the Jamaican people and said something that I could not substantiate. I am evidence-based and data-driven.
But you just had to retract. You just had to retract other liquor thing. You couldn't substantiate other liquor thing.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. I am explaining the statement. You're talking about a 30-second clip that you got and not the full presentation.
1 minute, what we just played was actually more than a minute long.
That section.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I'm here with you now, explaining the views. You're talking about the amount of farmers that have reached out to me and farming associations saying they love the idea and they hope that it is something that is realized. People understand the need to transform agriculture, and they understand that this fund will go a far way to transform it. I'm sorry that I'm human and I can make mistakes. Right?
Okay, Dr. Campbell, but hold on now. Let us look on the proposal that you're putting forward, because I remember having the same conversation.
I'm sorry, Sanjay. I don't think I heard the response to why they should trust you if you can't communicate the policy clear. I don't think I heard the response to that, Dr. Campbell.
I have said I am evidence-based and data-driven. I have done the research. I have consulted with the farmers. They know that the proposals that I'm putting forward will transform agriculture for good for the Jamaican farmer. They know that they will be able to earn based on these policies that we're coming with import substitution and export-led agriculture. The people of Jamaica will benefit from having better quality food at a reasonable price. Because not only are we going to ramp up production, we're going to deal with the storage of the production, ensure that there's markets for it, ensure that we have proper extension services from RADA, ensure that at all times we know what is under production, how much of it, and we can put the farmer in contact with the final user so that they can get fair value for your produce. We don't want a farmer planting melons, getting $50 per pound, and by the time it's in the supermarket in Kingston, it's for $300. We want that farmer to be able to be in touch with the supermarket, with the hotel, so that they can get a fair value for their produce.
Isn't part of
Jamaica,
isn't part
people of Jamaica will listen to me on the campaign trail and they will hear the plans that I have.
Isn't part of the problem?
Those who will never support me will hold on to this moment and say whatever they want to say. The rest of the people who are listening objectively will understand what it is that the government of the parties and what we're trying to achieve for agriculture.
Isn't part of the problem you find yourself in now is based on the fact that the Jamaican people sort of have bad memories of PNP governments that imposed taxes in almost every budget? Isn't that part of the problem that you're facing?
The Jamaican people, based on the last opinion poll, 9% more of them are planning to vote for the PNP.
Yes, and you may have done damage to that. You may have done damage to that over the last 24 hours.
It might be more than 9. The Jamaican people are appreciative of the Universal Service Fund that the PNP put in place.
Yes.
They're appreciative of the TF that the PNP put in place, NHC that the PNP put in place, the things that this government is using to take credit now. That are PNP legacy, the PNP DNA.
But you're not denying that part of the problem you have is that history of high taxation.
No, pundits, You have that problem. We don't have that problem. Our track record is there. We haven't gotten everything right, but we have gotten more right than we have gotten wrong.
Yes.
Our history is there for everyone to see. The highways that you drive on, the house that you live in that you get from NHP, all of those things, the schools that were built, the hospitals that were upgraded under the PNP, the job for the elderly program, the NHF, all of those things in the society that currently cause people to live a good quality of life. PNP DNA.
Now, me go to 2 different audio sessions. Maybe you now wonder why me play 2 at the same audio session. Me go to 2 different audio sessions where he might explain himself, people. So, you guys can come to terms by yourself when you get a better understanding of what Dayton Campbell are talking about, people. You understand me? I say, we not judge. We not judge. You understand? Because at the end of the day, people, we not back no wrongdoing and we not support no wrongdoing. You understand me? I say, and the Jamaican people already feel the pressure. But what I am saying is that why people never did make the noise when Nigel Clark say them held him hostage for him to take off GCT off imported raw food. That is a question I would like to ask a lot of these people that are making so much noise. Until then, people, big up on yourself, enough love, enough respect. And remember, leave a like on this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. And remember, if you want to contribute in helping me get back some equipment, if you set up what me think so I can start release video every day, then you can reach out to me at Dancehall Royalty Review TV on Instagram, or you can also click on the number that I am going to pin in the comment section at the top and also in the description as well. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. Alright? I will be waiting for your support. Big up on yourself. Enough love, enough respect. Remember, God is love.